I've talked to a ton of people already about this game, and some things that I have noticed in the props market. One being, I already mentioned this earlier on the show, Dallas Goedert. His receiving prop has gone up 3 yards. So we're seeing money on Dallas Goedert, and the matchups supports that, with the Chiefs not being great against opposing tight ends. And also, if you're looking to play a receiver, the Chiefs have allowed the most receiving touchdowns, or the second most receiving touchdowns of any team in the NFL. So if there's a way to pick apart the Chiefs, it is against their secondary. And then from the quote unquote like sharps, we have people who are on props for Kenneth Gainwell. And this is one that I am not so sure on, because we can ask Matt or whoever, is an Eagles fan, because Kenneth Gainwell has been getting a lot of run lately. But if you look at those games and the game script, it has been blowouts. So those aren't really games that you can draw a lot from. But from what we have heard from some of the guys at BetMGM, it looks like the quote unquote sharps are looking at Kenneth Gainwell. So when it comes to bets like that, will you be following the sharps in any sense?
Yeah, I will look at it. When I see a sharp on a certain bet, and here's the thing, remember that if you see sharp action on a bet, even the best of the best get it wrong. So don't just follow blindly. But yeah, Matt is saying in the chat, I was on Kenny Gainwell before anyone else. I like Kenny Gainwell, but what I really like, if I'm looking at props in this game, I actually like Miles Sanders, and here's why. In tight games, when we're talking like 7 points or less, the Eagles lean on Miles Sanders. When they have a bigger lead, like we saw in the 49ers game, they tend to spread it out between Gainwell, between Boston Scott, between Miles Sanders. But if the game is close, they tend to go with Miles Sanders. So the spread is telling you this game should be close. If it is, instead of Gainwell, I think they lean on Miles Sanders more. Not that you can't find a Kenny Gainwell prop that works for you, but I tend to look at more Miles Sanders props because I expect a close game.